So, from watching this episode of Mob Psycho 100, I always know when reading one's work, there's always something more beneath the surface. Even when it seems to be one of those weekly, everyday episodes where it has nothing to do with the plot, there's always something to learn from his work. Especially in this episode, where something I feel like it wasn't going anywhere at first, and towards the very end, you start to understand what the episode was trying to tell you. Well, let alone what one was trying to tell you from the very beginning. But the fact that you find humanity in the weirdest places, sympathy, apathy, and all towards opposite directions of love and hate, understanding and ignorance, two sides of the same coin. I will try to explain. Throughout the episode, Reagan got new sites, and it just seems like he was getting more traction through his customer flow. Something that a lot of businesses that start up that are very small do. And they get a lot of traction flow through all kinds of customers around town. Even some outside of town will come to them. And Lord knows, with that kind of business travel, you will get some very stupid, ignorant customers. I mean, down straight dumb. Like, these people have no common sense. They'll ask dumb questions. They're completely ignorant. Even when they're saying something stupid, they'll act like they know what they're saying. At the end of the day, all you do is put up a smile and say, "Have a nice day." It really sucks. So this, Reagan came in with a very positive attitude as a good influence. The first dude, knowing that you can do something good, people will come to you to do something bad. It will happen eventually in everyone's life, where it will question whether you will go with it or not. It will decide what kind of person you are at that moment. Being Reagan wanted to be a good role model to Mob, he decided not to do it. The guy came to him asking for a curse, but of course he gave it to him free of charge, because Reagan don't curse people. Despite him being a con artist, he at least gives something in return. He at least finds a way to make people's lives better. Even if he is conning them off, he helps them a different way than what people expect him to do. So that's one good thing about Reagan. The fact the man who's supposed to be a con artist, someone that everyone's supposed to detest, hate, and be suspicious of, has more humanity than most people you see in everyday life. That's very shameful, but yet at the same time realistic. Then we go at it again from a dude who was a woman who thought that she was being stalked, but turns out it was actually a dude stalking her, and he was just has extreme antisocial skills, anxieties, and I guess it took him a lot of courage to at least try to do something. Yes, he could have done it in a better way, just go out, ask the lady. But then you have to understand there are people out there like that who just really don't know what to do. So stalking is a bad thing, and they probably realize that, but I guess they can't help it. So, since with their antisocial skills, they can't even reach out for help. So, when the lady thought it was a ghost but instead finding out it was a human, she is relieved but yet pissed off. Pissed off this guy was, stalking her, and that she was mad that she thought it was something more than what it really was. So, of course, most people would act that reaction, like, you're disgusting, just, ugh, how dare you stalk me like that, ew, you have no manners. And that's through her perspective. She just knows that she's been in torment for such a long time, being stalked, even though it was a giant misunderstanding. But nonetheless, you were stalking the girl. Then, finally, we come towards the young people. I can't stand teenagers. I really can't. Hell, even when I was a teenager, I couldn't stand teenagers. I really couldn't. They were just annoying, ignorant, and just want to shut up. I couldn't stand them, even when I was one. That's weird. Without that being said, these people, of course, jokes around. Knowing modern teenagers, they like to do things and get something without giving anything in return. Of course, even Hal Raiden was still being extremely professional about what was going on. Instead of just going, well, yeah, you better pay me, you freaking owe me. We drove out here just in case. See, when you pay someone, you hire someone to be an escort, whether or not something happens, you still deserve pay because you take time out of your life. You could be serving someone else right now. Even if nothing goes on, you still supposed to give that person money, whether or not something happens. I guess that's sadly the mentality. What's up with me today? Of today's youth. They feel like if nothing major happens, they don't owe anyone anything. They believe everything's supposed to be given to them, and they don't have to work hard for anything. Which definitely acts like these teenagers today. Unfortunately, they just don't have a sense of pride whatsoever. Anyways, once again, Reagan was being a very professional person. He let it go, and let's just go home. And then one part also we hit into Mob's point of view of things, where there's this bully who's trying to bully Mob. People, human beings, are ignorant creatures, hard-headed. You can warn them 3 times, they'll still try to do the same thing over again for some reason. One of the definitions of insanity. Try to do the same thing over and over again and expect different results. This bully tried to harass Mob, but then Dimple possessed him, humiliated him. He tried to harass him again. This time, Ritsu came along and almost choked him to death. And even after that, he comes along again, but this time, the rest of Bob's friends come along. The Body Improvement and that one former thug leader. They all came along and helped Bob out, telling him to defend for himself. Now, about this bully. It's representing everything that was built up into this episode to the very end. Mob came across a lot of terrible people, from a dude who wanted to curse someone, from a woman who understands a stalker's point of view, to a group of ungrateful teenagers, and to a bully who wanted to learn his lesson. All living people. Until the teenagers came back, and then he had to face the ghosts that were actually there. But the ghosts just won't be left alone. So society, they're freaks, they're dangerous. We're taught to fear ghosts. Even though ghosts were once humans themselves, people believe that all ghosts are evil, haunted spirits that are extremely angry. But that can't always be the case. These ghosts just want to be left alone and just spend time with their family until they can finally move on. And eventually they will move on once they have the full experience of being as a family. Nothing bad, but however, seeing the clients, how they want to get rid of the ghosts, it's conflicting. You obey the customer, but yet you see this supposedly monster having more humanity than the people you've been around almost all weekend. It's almost a damn shame. It really is. You have people who are not thinking about others, being selfish, ignorant, impatient, greedy, loathful, spiteful, all that stuff. But yet you have these ghosts over here just wanting to be left alone. They're even begging Mob, just please leave us alone. We just want to live our lives, well, what's remaining of us, until we can finally move on. And Mob was conflicted. People can't really understand the side that Mob lives on, because he's in both worlds. He can be with the spirit world and he can be with the human world. So his viewpoint on the world is much bigger because he knows the existence of another world. And because of that, not many people can understand what he's going through. The conflicts that go inside of his mind. He really doesn't, not many people will understand. Despite how hard Reagan tries to help him, he can only do so much. Because at the end of the day, it's only up to Mob to decide what to do. Which is sad to say, but that's go through all of us. And today, people can only help us only so far until we have to go alone ourselves and find out who we are by ourselves. That being said, I believe Mob will make the right decisions eventually, but he believes should he stay on the human side, help the humans that treat him like trash, but then again, he has humans that are nice to him, or will he be on the ghost side where ghosts could be evil spirits, but yet there are some who just want to be left alone and are very kind. He's conflicted right now. He don't know what side he should be on, but this only I can say is that the world is gray. You can't group anything. Any creature, any ideology, any race, any culture, any religion, any political ideas, you can't group them as the same thing because those things can change determined on each individual that has that kind of thing. Such as a gun. A gun can be used to protect people or can be used to attack people. Words can be used to inspire or to degrade. It determines on each person. So you can't group everything. So that's why I call the title of this episode review Gray World. Because whether you're on the spirit side or you're on the human side, you're going to have its ups and downs, its goods and bads, its pros and cons. Two sides of the same coin is what I'm trying to say here. There's no win-win. Everything is gray. There's no such thing as a black and white world. It's all a matter of perspective. And that's all you can do so far in your life and determine what side you want to be on. So anyway, that's all I got for this review. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys enjoyed Mob Psycho. If you enjoyed this video, like, comment, and subscribe, and hit that bell icon and get notified. Madcrownxox, signing out.